In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on April 29, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Twins versus Cleveland Guardians. On Tuesday, the Minnesota Twins are set to face off against the Cleveland Guardians at Progressive Field. Even though Cleveland is favored because they're at home and have the better pitcher on paper, they've been stumbling lately. They've dropped 4 of their last 5 games and haven't looked sharp at the plate. Meanwhile, the Twins have quietly been building momentum. They've come out on top in 6 of their last 7 games, and both their offense and pitching are clicking. Chris Paddock's season stats don't look great, but that's mostly due to a rocky first outing. Since then, he's tightened up. Over his last 19 innings, he's only given up 7 earned runs and struck out 18. In each of his last 4 starts, he hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs. He's due for a game where his team finally backs him up with runs. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. Paddock's earned run average sitting at 6.45 definitely jumps out, but if you look closer, it's not telling the full story. In his last 3 starts, he's actually pitched pretty well, putting up a 2.4 earned run average over 15 innings. He's also handled the Guardians lineup in the past. Cleveland's current hitters have only managed a .77 average against him in 13 at-bats, with almost no production. On the other side, the Twins haven't had much success against Bibby either. They're hitting just .179 over 67 at-bats, and it's not much better in the other categories. Truth is, neither of these offenses has been lighting it up lately. They both rank in the bottom third of the league in OPS and runs scored. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Baltimore Orioles. The series between 2 familiar American League East foes continues Tuesday night as the New York Yankees head to Baltimore to face the Orioles in the second matchup of their 3-game set. Both teams are looking to grab a win at Camden Yards, trying to build momentum early in the season. It's a classic division clash, and the energy should be high with these teams both having something to prove. Carlos Rodon has looked sharp in his starts away from Yankee Stadium so far this year. He's posted a 2-1 record with a strong 2.37 earned run average over 3 road appearances, totaling 19 innings of solid work. On the other side, Kyle Gibson is a bit of a question mark in this game. He's making his first start of the 2025 season, and no one really knows how effective he'll be right out of the gate. Once the starters exit, the bullpens tell 2 very different stories. The Yankees relievers have been reliable, holding the 7th best earned run average in the league at 3.2. Meanwhile, Baltimore's bullpen has struggled, sitting way down at 24th with a 4.75 earned run average out of the pen. Baltimore has stumbled through the first month of the season, and their pitching staff is a big reason why. Veteran Charlie Morton hasn't found any rhythm, going 0-6 with a rough 10.36 earned run average. Zach Eflin's been injured, and the team hasn't filled the void left when Corbin Burns walked in free agency. Kyle Gibson, who just joined the club last month, is still working his way into game shape while managing a back issue. The Yankees, on the other hand, came into Monday having won 3 of their last 4 games. Carlos Rodon is trending in the right direction, having picked up wins in back-to-back starts, including a strong performance his last time out against Cleveland. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Yankees money line is our full game side pick. Both the Yankees and the Orioles have been swinging for the fences this season, sitting among the top teams in home runs. The Yankees are tied with the Dodgers for the most long balls in the league at 45, while the Orioles are tied for 9th with 33 alongside the Red Sox and Reds. That power comes with some downside, though, as both teams are also walking too many hitters. The Yankees are handing out 4.11 walks per 9 innings, the 3rd highest rate in the majors, and the Orioles aren't far behind with 3.87, which ranks 10th. When these two meet, runs tend to show up, as the over has hit in 5 of their last 10 matchups with 2 pushes. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Pittsburgh Pirates. The Chicago Cubs, who are sitting at 17-12, are kicking off a 3-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who hold an 11-18 record. Both teams had Monday off, so they'll be coming in fresh for this matchup. It's the first time this season these two National League Central teams are facing each other. The Cubs just wrapped up a rough series at home where they lost 2 out of 3 games to the Phillies. Meanwhile, the Pirates were out west taking on the Dodgers and also dropped 2 of 3. This feels like the kind of game where you take a chance on the underdog, especially when they're playing at home. The Cubs have been grinding through a tough stretch, facing off against the Dodgers, Phillies, Padres, and Diamondbacks, all top-tier teams in the National League. With that kind of schedule behind them, they might see Pittsburgh as a breather. That mindset could backfire. The Pirates are getting Heaney on the mound, and he's been lights out lately. His earned run average is sitting at an impressive 1.72. which is actually better than Paul Skeens. Heaney's coming into this one with more than 13 scoreless innings across his last 2 starts against the Nationals and Angels. The Pirates also managed to grab a win against the Dodgers in their last series, and this is the kind of spot where they could pull off another one. As our first pick for this matchup, the Pittsburgh Pirates money line is our full game side pick. The Pirates haven't been lighting up the scoreboard this year. They rank just 23rd in the league when it comes to runs scored. So if this turns into a high-scoring slugfest, they're probably not coming out on top. But that's not the type of game we're expecting. Both starting pitchers have been sharp so far this season. Heaney, in particular, has been better than expected with that standout 1.72 earned run average. He's riding a hot streak of 13 consecutive scoreless innings and is in a good spot to keep that going against a Cubs lineup that's just been through the ringer with tough opponents. On the other side, Chicago's starting Imanaga. He's no slouch either. Last season he had an ERA under 3 through 29 starts, and he should be able to keep the Pirates' bats in check. All signs point to this being a low-scoring battle. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Cincinnati Reds. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds are back at it again on Tuesday as they continue their 4-game series in what should be another gritty clash between 2 NL Central teams. These two clubs know each other well, and there's always something extra when division rivals go head-to-head. It's another chance for both squads to shift momentum early in the season. Cincinnati has handled business at home against St. Louis lately, winning 4 straight in their own ballpark. On the flip side, the Cardinals have struggled badly when they aren't favored and playing on the road, putting up just 2 wins in 12 tries in that role. Brady Singer has been locked in all season, still holding an undefeated 4-0 record. The Cardinals' biggest issue continues to be on the mound, and that's not good news with a Reds lineup that can do damage. Their offense isn't doing them any favors either, especially when it comes to driving in runs. And going up against a confident pitcher like Singer only adds to the challenge. With how this is shaping up, the Reds seem undervalued considering how much better they've looked. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cincinnati Reds money line is our full game side pick. These division foes square off again in a game that has all the makings of a slugfest. Miles Mikolas is getting the start for the Cardinals, but it's been a rough go for him. St. Louis hasn't won a single game with him on the mound this year. He's allowed at least 2 earned runs in 4 of his 5 outings, and one of those included a brutal 8-run showing against Boston. He doesn't rack up many strikeouts, so hitters are constantly putting the ball in play, and the Cardinals are left hoping their defense bails them out. That's not a solid game plan, especially with his current strikeout-to-walk ratio sitting at an ugly 13-9. He's going to need to figure it out fast if he wants to stay in the rotation. Singer will take the mound for Cincinnati, and although he's undefeated, he's also allowed 2 or more earned runs in his last 4 starts. Still, games he starts tend to be high-scoring. 4 out of 5 have gone over the total. Everything points to both teams putting up runs in bunches. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Nationals versus Philadelphia Phillies. On Tuesday, the Washington Nationals will head to Citizens Bank Park to face off against the Philadelphia Phillies. These two teams already met earlier this season for a 3-game series in Washington, where the Phillies came out ahead, winning 2 out of 3. That series saw a lot of offense, and there's a good chance we could see something similar this time around, mainly because both teams are dealing with shaky bullpens. Statistically, they rank as the 2 worst relief staffs in the National League. That puts extra pressure on the starting pitchers to go deep and limit damage early. Zach Wheeler has done that well so far. He's undefeated at home through 2 starts this year, racking up 23 strikeouts without issuing a single walk over 14 innings. He also dominated this Washington lineup in the season opener, striking out 8 while giving up just 1 run and 2 hits across 6 innings. On the flip side, the Nationals haven't looked comfortable on the road, putting up a 4-9 record away from home. The Phillies, meanwhile, have won 6 of their last 10 games against Washington, and 5 of those victories came by at least 3 runs. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. In the last 10 meetings between these teams, the Phillies have come out on top 6 times, including 2 wins in their most recent 3-game series. One of those games featured a matchup between Mackenzie Gore and Zach Wheeler, and it turned into a strange one. Only 1 run was scored while both starters were on the mound through 6 innings, but once the bullpens took over, things got out of hand, and the game ended up going over the total. While I do think the starting pitchers will once again deliver strong performances, I don't expect the relievers to fall apart like that again. Washington is coming into this game trying to recover after getting blown out on Monday, but their road struggles have been a theme. They're just 4-9 away from home. Philadelphia, on the other hand, has been much better at Citizens Bank Park, posting a 9-4 home record and just wrapped up a solid series win over the Cubs. Wheeler will get the start for Philly, and he's given up 2 earned runs in each of his last 2 outings. Gore will start for Washington, and he's allowed 2 earned runs in 3 of his past 4 starts. Both pitchers have been reliable this season, and even though the Phillies haven't been red-hot offensively, the consistency from both starters could lead to a low-scoring battle. Each pitcher has 4 quality starts in 6 appearances this year, and this one is shaping up to be a tight, well-pitched game with runs at a premium. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.